What is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we have a lot of stuff to go over, so all I ask you guys to do in return is to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you want to join us on this journey to financial freedom. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Adam Aron posted two tweets yesterday. His first tweet is stating that some of you misunderstand the 1 for 10 reverse stock split approved by 87% of March 14 votes. So he comes out and he basically states that this is what you don't understand, and it was approved by you guys. Now, I don't like the way he does this, and the only reason I say that is because he keeps coming out and stating, basically pressing that most of shareholders voted yes. Most of shareholders voted yes. But coming up to the vote, he had to issue a couple 100 million shares going towards yes to Antera just to make sure we locked in the yes. Now that this lawsuit is happening, he's basically coming out and stating, dude, you guys don't understand what's happening. This could be a good thing because this is what he did amongst dilution. We stopped diluting, the stock price tanked, and he basically mocked us amongst that as well. However, he issued APE, that went south, and now we're here. So is this something a CEO should do? Basically pressing investors to forcefully agree with something. Now, he carries on by stating, you guys are saying we're stealing 90% of your shares, but it's the exact same as trading 10 $1 bills for one $10 bill. Either way, you have $10. Wrench Capital in the comments comes out and states that the investors aren't confused and are just feeling abused, which is something I completely agree with. Adam Aron follows this up with another tweet stating, in your comments, some fear that after reverse split, short pressure could cause the price to go back down, but you neglect that it is every bit as easy to short a stock priced at $3 as it is on a stock priced at $30. A reverse split has nothing to do with any subsequent prices afterwards. Now, Adam Aron, why? I know as an example, he used $3 to $30, but this would mean APE would climb up to $1.50 and AMC would be shorted to $1.50 before the reverse split actually occurred, if this wasn't just an example. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below about this. And also stating that it has nothing to do with any subsequent prices afterwards is kind of condescending, as a stock with a smaller float is much more volatile, therefore requires less shares to short. Yeah, the percentage is the same, but it also can move a lot quicker to the up or the downside. And based off of the 2-year historical chart and what's been happening to retail investors, it is being pushed into the downside. There's just no way around that. Now, something Adam Aron can come out and easily do to clear up the anger and division curdled by retail investors. So shout out to Dade Murphy for tweeting this. On June 2nd, 2021, AMC closed at $38.43. AMC issued a PR stating more than 80% of AMC shares are held by a broad base of retail investors with the average holding of around 120 shares. You guys don't have to disclose, but if you own more than 120 shares, let me know in the comments down below. Now, at the same time frame that Adam Aron released a quote-unquote share count, right, June 2nd, this is the same day we had over that 100% increase all the way up here to what is now $44.60, but was about $77. So all he has to do is just issue another share count. Moving on, this is Vanguard. This is not one of the websites that we have been seeing reporting 7.7 billion, then 7.9, then finally 8 billion for market cap and or shares outstanding. Even Vanguard has this quote-unquote glitch. I am not here assuming that it's a glitch. Now, the comment period is out for these SEC proposals that Gary Gensler is basically pushing out. I know a lot of us don't like Gary Gensler for specific reasons, of course, but some of these things are for retail that is going out, and Citadel is very, very against them, as well as large institutions, but it seems as if not only they are against them. Pro-crypto congressman introduces a legislation to remove Gary Gensler as SEC chairman. So Warren Davidson is trying to get Gary Gensler fired. Why in this time frame is this trying to happen? Just looking at this guy's face, it looks like he's being paid off to try and fire Gary Gensler by a bigger entity. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Do you think he should get fired, or do you think we need him for retail? And also, do you think this guy is being paid by somebody like Citadel to try and get this pushed forward? Now, this is something that has to be talked about besides the high cost to borrow on AMC. The options chain for this week, 4-21, April 21st expiration this week. The options chain is absolutely nuts. Basically 800,000 puts to 450-ish thousand calls. So the options chain is massive, and whatever way it leans, there is going to be a lot of pressure in the week following, as well as GameStop's options options chain with 150,000 calls to about 105,000 puts, which is a large options chain for GameStop. So bearish on AMC, bullish on GameStop. If we looked at GameStop right now, trading at $22.40, kind of hanging sideways on the day. It does look like it has a room for gap up. And again, if you brought the Bollinger Bands, it has more room to pop for GameStop than it does for AMC. AMC just got rejected off of the top of the Bollinger Band. GameStop broke out very, very harshly and got smacked back into the Bollinger Bands, therefore expanding them and giving them this range where GameStop does have a chance to skyrocket. However, it is sitting right in the middle. So again, you could still have that gap fill down to the bottom of the Bollinger Bands right around $18.30. Don't use this as your main indicator, but it just can indicate GameStop has room to move either way, and more people are betting bullish on this week. As for AMC, we're trading at $5.20, up 1.5% currently on the day. We called it out perfectly, broke out of this green box, and in my opinion, just looking at previous cycles, AMC is going to scale at least down to this parallel channel, down to this trend line right around $4.42 by the end of this week, towards the end of this week. In my opinion, this is something that I'm watching to happen for AMC, and if it wants to hug this and scale up all the way into mid-June before something happens, that would be playing out identical to the cycles that we have been tracking. Now, there are a few things that of course can change this. One, the lawsuit, and in the same time frame, May 5th earnings. Super Mario Bros. Breaking 500 million. It is insane what's happening with the box office. AMC issued the popcorn. They issued the AMC Visa. I am really excited to see what is going to come on May 5th earnings. So just keep that in mind. If that is the case, you could see a slight sell-off up to May 5th earnings before a major rip, but we will touch more on that later. Now, ODL-enabled crypto exchange supports XRP payment outlets through JP Morgan, Bank of America, and Citibank. So XRP is now being pressed out more and more. We saw analysts expect it to go higher. We saw major news coming out amongst XRP, and we are seeing it again as ODL crypto exchange supports XRP payment through these major banks. On top of that, MasterCard and Ripple partner Fable FinTech team up for cross-border payments. So XRP is now teaming up with MasterCard as well. And I also want you to pay attention to this Ethereum classic cycle that we have been tracking. If we do see this thing start to play out and scale to the upside, you could see AMC have major climbs going forward. But again, guys, I would like that share count. I don't know about you, but I would like that share count. I'm going to tweet at Adam Aaron right after this video goes up. Some things that are going to affect the S&P 500 we're going to get into in 1 second, but the S&P is green. It's sitting at 412.83, and this could, for a lot of people, be making them think that we are going back up for another 5 to 10 years for the S&P 500. But in my opinion, the bottom is not priced in, and I know that's a large call out, seeing we would need a major drop, breaking all the way down to 375 and breaking lower. But I'm looking for the SPY to double top anywhere between 412 to where it hit at 418. If the SPY breaks over 420, I will say I'm wrong, but until that time comes, I'm watching for a major rejection on the SPY and for it to scale down. Now, something that can affect the S&P 500, $1 trillion has likely exited U.S. banking system as America risks global economic isolation, according to Hank Paulson. Speaking of banks, Charles Schwab said deposits fell 30% in Q1 after the banking crisis. They also cited uncertainty for halting stock buybacks. Meanwhile, JP Morgan posted record revenue of $39 billion with interest income up 50%. The era of small banks is over. Big banks won. Speaking of small banks being over, the reverse divergence appears right on schedule. Good news for big banks and even better news for big banks, cause small banks hit reverse constraint again in 3 to 4 weeks. Then we go back to square one and more failures, Fed panic, etc. This is indicating that exactly what happened when Silicon Valley Bank hit is what is going to happen very, very soon with the S&P 500. And this is just a temporary rip for the SPY. And a lot of people aren't expecting that this thing is going to continue to climb. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Just to close out the video, Samsung is considering removing Google as the default search engine on its phones. It is looking to make Microsoft's Bing the default search engine per NYT. Puts on Google, you guys let me know down below. Overall, guys, this is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to go under the video, get up to 15 free stocks for downloading Moomoo and making a deposit. It can literally be a penny that you find somewhere in your room. You're also getting access to free free level 2 order book data so you can see where whales are loading up and dropping off shares, access to a customizable earnings calendar, trading options, going long, going short, and more. Plus, guys, if you want options trading alerts, talks with me on the daily, it's basically a group chat with me and 400 of the most amazing people so far. Join the Discord linked under the video where we post gains, post losses, talk stocks all day long, and have access to options trading alerts again. Love you all. Lottery Stocks out.